The crowd said that. And the Bible says even the high priest and the Sadducees and the Pharisees said the very same thing right behind them. Yeah, if you're the Son of God, come off of that cross and show us. But he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It was all in God's plan. We all know he had to die to fulfill the plan, the salvation plan that God had for you and I, the world. But the forgiveness that was coming from his heart, from his mouth, it was true blue. It was genuine. It was always about forgiveness. Even though they put him through the pain and the humiliation and all the mess that he had to go through, just because of you and me. What about the disciples? Every one of them betrayed him. Every one of them turned tail and ran. Now, the Bible gives me an account of John being there with Jesus' mother. Now, I don't know if he was there the whole time, but I know he was at the cross. And the other ones, they may have been hiding behind a tree or a rock and looking on. I don't know, but they ran. Even though they had walked with him, and they knew who he was, and they knew the power. I'm sure they couldn't understand why he was hanging on that cross. But it's because he had to. But he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Then I've already told you, everybody else, you and I, the whole world, we all have access to forgiveness tonight. All of us. But you got to want it. You got to want it. The best example that I could ever give you of forgiveness, we're talking about it, when Jesus was hanging on that cross. And he went through all the pain, the suffering, and the agony. And the first words he says is, Father, forgive them. Because they don't know what they're doing. That's the best example that I think anybody could give for forgiveness. There ain't nothing like experiencing God's forgiveness. Amen? Nothing. Nothing can match. Nothing can come close to knowing. Knowing that you know that God has forgiven you of all the sins you have committed. Nothing comes close to it. When you know you're forgiven. You don't have to speak. You don't have to think it. You don't have to, well, am I or am I not? Listen, if you don't think you're forgiven, there's something wrong. You need to get back to the cross. Because I'm going to tell you something. I got that salvation. I know I'm forgiven. You need to know that you know that you know that you know. Now, that don't give us a license to sin and to live life any old way we want to. Because like we've already said tonight, when you get up from the cross, you got to get up and you got to live life. You got to pay your dues. Salvation is free, but it's going to cost you everything you got. Nothing like experiencing the forgiveness of God. And his mercy is new every day, my Bible tells me. Every morning when the sun rises, the grace and the mercy of God is new and afresh for all those that will avail themselves of it. Simple, heartfelt prayer. We ain't got to walk around in condemnation. We ain't got to walk around feeling like we're unforgiven. All it takes is a simple, heartfelt prayer to God. And then you know what? You might have to take care of some business. But we're going to get to that in just a minute. We're going to get to that in just a minute. So, forgiveness this morning this evening, it brings a freedom that nothing else in this world can match. It lets you regain your dignity that you had once lost. Because when you're walking in sin, you're walking with your head down. Wow, God, I praise you, I praise you, I praise you. Like the children of Israel, when God brought them out, after they had been in bondage, they had been slaves for over 400 years. Don't you know when they were walking out of that land of Egypt, the Bible says that they walked out with a high hand. Don't you know they felt like they were fresh new babes in Christ, and they felt like they were just, don't you know that they regained their freedom? Can you imagine how they felt after being in bondage for 400 and some years? And then God made the Egyptians give them all their gold and all their silver. And like the Bible said, they walked out with a high hand.
That's right.
And the night he was sent the death angel through, the night of the Passover, the first Passover, their sins were forgiven. And they walked out fresh and anew with a new start with God. That's what forgiveness will do. It'll give you a fresh start. Give you a brand new start. Forgiveness. Listen, it's the only antidote for revenge. Ooh. Forgiveness is the only antidote, the only anti-serum you can take for revenge. God said, vengeance is mine. I will repay. And you know what? I'm so glad.
Hallelujah.
Because if it was up to me, Lord have mercy, I'd be zapping some people. If it was up to you and me, listen, we ain't quite attained that level yet, I don't believe. If it was up to me and you, we might hold them under the water a little bit longer. As we joke about it when they baptize them and stuff. I remember what he did as a little boy. It's going to take this time. We wouldn't have the mercy and the long suffering that God has and the patience that God has for us.
That's right.
It's the only antidote for revenge. Revenge will kill you. You might be walking around breathing, but if all you can think about is revenge, you're killing yourself. It is a demonstration. Forgiveness tonight is a demonstration of strength. It's a whole lot easier to rail back on somebody than it is for you to hold your tongue. Than it is for you to hold your peace. It is the ultimate demonstration of strength tonight. Forgiveness.
Thank you.
It's needed by the rich and the poor alike. Listen, we all need it. The rich could never have enough money to buy it, and there ain't not a poor man on planet Earth that can't afford it. Forgiveness. We all need it.
Praise the Lord.
It comes from the love of God.
Yes,
it
it
comes from a
does.
heart that's been given to God.
Yes.
We were singing the song, what about commit our ways to Him and give ourselves to God? That's part of it. Forgiveness. We're going to walk in forgiveness. It's the first step to mending broken relationships. Most every relationship that breaks up, whatever the reason may be, if you can just manage to get back together and forgive one another, the relationship would be mended. It all